Hi guys, today we are going to solve the third question of Shastra Challenge 5 Contest A, that is card strategy. The problem states that you have come across the news of strange gambling den. You have managed to acquire some insider information on a particular game. The game rules are as follows. There are n scratch cards. You have given an n scratch cards. You have to start scratching from any one card and go on scratching x consecutive cards. Say we start at scratch card I, then we are obliged to scratch cards. Basically, the pattern, let us see what is the pattern of scratching the cards. It is, suppose we scratch the ith card, then we have to scratch the next two cards, then the next three cards, and then the next four cards, and so on. So let us understand the pattern. First, the input format. The first line contains the integer n as input. Next line contain n spaces separated integer denoting the scratch cards in order. The number of cards is between 1 to 10 to the power 5, and the number inside the card after scratching, the number what we get inside the card is between minus 10 to the power 7 to 10 to the power 7. So let us understand the sample input and output. Suppose we have get the 5 cards. After scratching those cards, we got the number as 1, 4, 5, 9 and 8. And what we have to do to bring this particular output, we have to first start with 1. Okay, we have to take one first card and then sum two cards. First take a 1 card and then 2 card, and after that 3 cards, and after that 4 cards, and take sum of all that, and what comes as an output we have to store somewhere. Suppose in the first iteration we got 1 plus the first card 1, and then the 2 cards 4 plus 5, that is 9. So 9 plus 1 equal to 10, and after that the 3 cards, but there are no 3 cards, so we don't have to take these 2 cards also. So in the first iteration we got 10. In the second iteration we take 4, then 5, 9, then 8. There it is only 1 card and we want 3 cards, so we have to take only these 3 cards. So 4 plus 5 plus 9 gets out to be 18. On the next iteration after 4, it is 5, so we take 5, then the next 2 cards as 9 and 8, and after that we have to take 3 cards, but there are no 3 cards, so we have to take only these cards, 1 and these 2 cards. So 5 plus 9 plus 8 comes out to be 22. Then after that 1 card, that is 9, and then 2 cards, but there are no 2 cards, so only 1 card we have taken, so 9, and then in the next iteration we take 8. Only one iteration can be possible, so outcome is 8. And after storing all these values as 8, 10, 18, 22, 9 and 8, we have to print the maximum value. We have to print the maximum value of these iterations. Okay, so let us understand the approach of this problem. We have given 5 cards. After scratching those cards, we got the number as 1, 4, 5, 9 and 8. What is the approach? The approach is that we have to first take one number, then sum it with next two numbers, then sum it with next three numbers. So first we have to take 1, then the sum of next two numbers, that is 4 and 5, that is 9. So the sum of all three numbers comes out to be 3, and after that we have to take the sum of three numbers, but we don't have the three numbers. There should be another one number over here, but we don't have three numbers, so we have to stop here only. By this what we can see, that we do not have to play with these numbers in this problem. We do not have to play with these numbers. We have to play with the indices, that first we have with the indexes of the array, that first we have to take the one number, then two numbers, then three numbers. So it is very much necessary to know that where we have to stop calculating. first we have taken one number, then two number, then there are no three numbers, so we have to stop over here. So this we can calculate by using a simple approach. That is, first we will see that either we can take one number or two number or three numbers. If we take one number, then we will take only one number. If we take next two numbers, so in total we will take three numbers. If we take another three numbers, in total we will take six numbers. And after that we will take 10 numbers and then 15 numbers. So we can see the pattern that either we can take one number or three number or six number or 10 number and so on. So we can say that uh, this uh, the number which we have to take, suppose in this we have, if we start from the first iteration, we can take three numbers, because we cannot take six numbers, and that depends on the size of the array. We cannot take six numbers because the size of the array is only 5, and then we cannot take six numbers, so before that we can take three numbers. And so we have found the value, that is 3. As I had stated that we are playing with indexes of the array, so the index comes out to be 0, 1 and 2. So we have to decrement one number, so 3 minus 1, so we have to stop on 2. In the next iteration, if we see, we have to take 4 and then 5 and 9. 5 and 9 comes out to be 14, and then 4, that is 18. This is 18. In the first iteration we comes out to be 10, in the second iteration it's 18, and after that 5 and then 9 8, that is 22. So the largest number is 22, so we have to print the number as 22. So what we have to take, we have to play with the indices and find this number, smaller than or equal to the size of an array, the size of array. I hope you understand the approach of this problem. Now let us see the actual code so that you can understand the approach more better. So here is the code of this problem. First we have taken the input n, that is the size of the array, and we had taken the input array. After that we had made a prefix. You can see that we are taking sum of first number, then two numbers, then three number, then four numbers. So you can understand that this is the approach of a prefix sum. This is the approach of prefix sum. So we had made another array prefix to store the some different sums of different iterations, so that we can compare. Okay, so this is the code of prefix sum, where we are pushing first 0 and after that the array, and we are taking sum of the last number and the current number, that is prefix of I and the current array of I. Okay, so the main approach starts from here, that we had taken an answer variable, that is the minimum, because we have to compare it from the last iteration. And after that, as I had said, that the indexes, we are playing with the indexes, and it depends on the size of the array, whether the size, that is on the first iteration, if we take on the first iteration, that is n minus I, that is 0. So on the first iteration the size will be n only, and after that from the 0 to n iteration we are going, and we are using the helper function. What is helper function is doing? We are taking the outcome of element to sum. What is the helper function is doing? Let's see what is the helper function is doing. The helper function is finding the main index. As we are playing with the indexes, it is finding the main index, that where we have to stop. So which starts with num equal to n, and we are stopping. We are first using the finder function. What is the finder function doing? Finder function is finding the total sum, that is n, suppose it is b, so b into b plus 1 upon 2, it is finding the previous sum of this value. So we are seeing that is the finder number is smaller than or equal to the a, that is the size of the array. If it is equal or smaller than the size of the array, then we will uh, return out num plus 1. But I had said that it is an array and it starts from indexes 0. That's why we are decrementing one value of num and returning num. Now we got the position of the array, that where we have to stop. So now we have to find the sum till that particular, we have to find the sum that till that particular index, till that particular position. So we had started with the prefix sum, that is the first indices, and the finder element, that is sum of all elements. And here I am subtracting prefix of I. Why I am doing this? Because we have to decrement, we have to subtract all the previous value. Suppose I am going on the second iteration, so then I have to decrement, I have to subtract the previous value, the values of the last iteration. That's why I am decrementing, I am subtracting the prefix I value. And then if I got the value like 10, 18 and 22, then we have to compare those values. If the value, the sum is greater than the answer, then we will store the sum into the answer and return the answer variable. Okay, so I hope you understand this solution. Let us see if it is working or not. So I had run the code and it passes the test case 0. The answer comes out to be 22. And let's submit this code. Okay, all the test cases are passed and this problem is accepted. So this is the code of your question of third question of Shastra challenge contest, challenge 5 contest A, that is card strategy.
The source code for this question is available in Python, Java in the description below. If you find this video helpful, then please like and subscribe and follow TCT Shastra Coding Club on Instagram. Thank you for watching.